My God, there is going to be so much on your mind at the beginning of this week. There is going to be so much on your mind. What you need to remember, my gorgeous Aquamarini, is this. You have to try one more time. You will know exactly what am I talking about. You will know exactly what am I referring to right at the beginning of this week. There is going to be so much on your mind, but trust me, you will know what I mean. So please, my gorgeous Aquamarini, do remember this. It's just so important. You need to try something one more time. You need to try something one more time. You need to try something one more time. By trying something one more time, you are going to realize that the wishes do come true, okay? Because in as little as 17 days, 17, what are you going to decide to try again? What are you going to decide to have one more go in exactly 17 days, 17? There is going to be like a really important opportunity for you. That important opportunity for you in 17 days, it's actually going to reflect on every single aspect in your life. This is a lot to do with you grabbing the opportunity that comes up every 1,000 years. Well, it's going to seem like, and this opportunity that I'm talking about, it's going to change your quality of life, because it's going to help you to be in touch with yourself so much more. And also at the same time, this is going to create a powerful shortcut towards like a very, very special dream of yours. Something much bigger, something much better is coming. And in exactly 17 days, you will see what a progress this is actually going to bring into your lives. Very important indeed. So my gorgeous Aquamarini, please do remember to try one more time. By trying one more time, your wish is going to come true. This wish is going to bring contentment into your life. You need contentment. You've been through so much. You need to pay attention to this vibration and to this energy, my gorgeous Aquamarini. So this is bringing contentment into your life. It's bringing satisfaction into your life, and it's also bringing most importantly, it's actually going to bring an emotional stability, and that in itself, it's going to kind of make easier for you to be grateful for things in life that you should be grateful for. I know it sounds really boring, but the more you're grateful for things in life, the better things are going to come. The more you acknowledge great things that you have done, the more successful you're going to be. So because you are, just by acknowledging this, you are making a huge leap and a huge step forward in your life. And by thinking about things like constantly negatively and persistently, you are just slowing yourself down. And this is why the actual gratitude is ever so important, because you're giving a signal to your soul, you're giving a signal to your spirit. These are very powerful signals I'm talking about, that you're acknowledging things that you have been through from a much higher perspective, from a much more powerful angle, if you know what I mean. So this is exactly why this is going to be so important. I mean, I know I talk so much and I go on and on and on about things, but then when I feel like something is very important to highlight, I am going to say a few times until you actually get this stuck at the back of your gorgeous subconscious mind, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and that is like the result that I really, really want. And also at the same time, you are actually going to overcome a really, really big, challenge. This in itself, it's also going to make you realize that you are going to overcome like a really big challenge. And now by overcoming a really big challenge, things are going to become so much more visionary for you. When it comes to your visions, this is going to bring such a sharp focus, but also at the same time, you're going to understand fully with the power of being a natural leader. The power of being a natural leader. So this is going to lead towards you, my gorgeous aquamarine, like overcoming a really, really big challenge indeed. And that in itself, it's really going to help you with your own focus, because it's going to lead towards you seeing the bigger picture as well. You're going to, within the next couple of days after that moment in time, you're going to realize so much. You know, you're going to realize so much about yourself, about your life. You're going to realize who means to you, who doesn't mean to you anymore. You are going to be surprised with a certain people in your life who you can trust and who you cannot trust. But then again, it's nothing that you didn't know. So it's more about the confirmation rather than anything else. But you're getting to such an important stage of your life where you really are going to find yourself very soon in a certain crossroads. And the certain crossroads that I'm talking about here, it's just going to be ever so important to actually know who you can trust and who you cannot trust. So this is nothing that you're going to be completely surprised about, but it's more about the confirmation, you know, than ever. You know, almost as if you're going to find out also by someone, couple of people in your life that have been so jealous about you. And I'm talking about the people who are meant to be like a prominent people in your life, like a pretty much so like a very close family members, or like a couple of close friends. You know, a couple of people are going to be kind of jealous, you know, and you're going to become aware of the fact that they were quite jealous about you. And it's also, it's not that it all came from them, almost that there were like other people who were like kind of pumping them up and pumping them up and pumping them up against you through their own jealousy. Somebody more powerful than these two couple of people, you know, but somebody who's connected to them was kind of directing them and making them think about you in a negative light. And this has happened for like absolute ages, for years, and now it's coming out, the extent of where all this is actually going to. So a couple of them like you were kind of aware of, but then at the same time, it is kind of going to affect you a little bit, only purely because maybe this is to do with like a certain family members, or it's to do with the people who you were who are really close to you, but you were hoping that they're not, but they actually are. But it doesn't really matter. As I said, the bottom line is it's more about confirmation than anything else. So you will know exactly where you're standing with certain people, but a couple of them are going to throw you out of balance, but you are going to realize that they are being directed and guided by somebody else who has been pumping them for way too long. But this is important for you to know, because later on, within the next few months, you are going to know how to protect yourself, if you know what I mean. I'm not being a dark lala, but I'm just telling you, my gorgeous aquamarine, what I see. This week it's actually going to be good. And don't forget that I said it's more about the confirmation rather than anything else. So going back to that wish, which is going to come true as soon as you try something one more time, do you know that this is going to lead towards an important recognition? What you're gonna do when I say you have to try something one more time. Listen to me very carefully. You will know what am I talking about. This is ultimately going to lead towards such an important recognition here, towards an important progress, towards an important victorious moment. And that in itself is going to like really increase your self-confidence indeed, which is going to reflect on your balance, harmony, and you're going to realize what do you need to be kind of patient about. And while you're thinking about the fact that you need to be patient about certain things, you know, you are gonna kind of you are gonna find some kind of a meaning here, especially when it comes to you realizing and understanding that you are also going to need to face your fears. And that balance that I'm talking about, that you're gonna get and benefit from, it's really kind of gonna make you see things that would normally scare you in a rather good and challenging way indeed. So you are going to realize that you are going to need to face some kind of a fear, but that fear that you're going to need to face, it's a lot to do with you understanding something about a rather deep commitment. It's to do with a deep commitment to something that you were scared about. You see what I mean? That was making you, oh my God, no baby, that was making you feel a little bit negative. So it's about you knowing that you're going to need to face your fear, but it's to do with the deep commitment, you know, and that in itself, it's like so important, because on one hand, by understanding this deep commitment that you're going to need to commit yourself to, you know, this is important. You're going to cross so many bridges here. Do you understand what I mean? But at the same time, it is going to, on one hand, diffuse so much negativity in your life, and it's going to restore harmony as well. And I'm keep on saying it's going to restore harmony. I'm keep on saying you have been through like a storm, the actual storm, my gorgeous Aquamarini. And I know I said this millions of times, but this is why this restoration, especially when it comes to balance and harmony, it's ever so important, because it's going to reflect on you being so like ambitious like you haven't been in absolute ages. You're going to find yourself being so ambitious and action orientated, and you're going to find yourself feeling driven to succeed, you know. And that in itself, it's really kind of it's really gonna make you feel so energetic and passionate, and you are gonna really be kind of like thinking how you need to defend your beliefs, you know. Someone is going to be like kind of keep on winding you up around you, but you will not want to be too harsh with that particular person, because that particular person, there is something wrong with that particular person, and somebody a little bit older, and somebody is going through something very difficult, and this particular person, somebody is losing themselves, slowly but surely, you know. Maybe it's like the person that I've been keep on seeing, due to their age and due to the sensitivity that sometimes comes with the age, okay. So that particular person is going to be winding you up, but then at the same time, all you need to do is like defend your beliefs. And I don't need to tell you to defend your beliefs, because what I was going to say, that you are actually going to feel so passionate about defending your beliefs, you know, because this energy is like really kind of going to be keeping inspire you to have some kind of adventure, and I would absolutely go for it. Look at this now. Where is it? Look at this, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Sorry. When it comes to the adventure, when it comes to you feeling like about some kind of adventure here, let's see what the tarot oracle cards are going to say. When it comes to this adventure, my gorgeous Aquamarini, when it comes to this adventure that is going to be on your mind. You see this, baby? This adventure is going to reflect on your well-being. Anything that can help you with your well-being, anything that makes you feel good, anything that makes you feel better, anything that elevates your energy, I would absolutely go for it. So that adventure that you're going to be thinking about, it's also going to be something to do with well-being, but it is indeed going to reflect on your well-being. So it is important, because that adventure that is going to be on your mind at around the beginning of this week, it's really going to, you see, for some reason, it's going to really bring the healing energy into your life. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, do you know what? You are really by the time you get to the mid part of this week, you're really going to feel really happy and really excited, because you're going to hear something so good, really good and positive news, which is literally going to make you feel like you want to celebrate. Almost immediately, you are going to have like a certain people on your mind that are very close to you, and you will share this with them, and at the same time you will feel like, oh my god, I want to celebrate this with people, you know. And that in itself, you know, the reason why you're going to feel that you want to celebrate, it's to do with a really good news that is going to increase your happiness almost immediately. It's going to make you feel really optimistic, and also at the same time, you know, it's pretty much so, you know, it's also to do with you kind of hearing that maybe it also it's to do with you worrying about someone. This is a lot also to do with you worrying about somebody who is very special to you, very special in your life, and you were really worried that that particular person has been influenced by someone really bad and really negative. So you know, this is why you're gonna feel so happy, bless your heart. But then on another hand, you know, what else is going to the midweek, it's also going to reveal to you, my gorgeous Aquamarini. It's like, you know, there was some kind of conflict that you had with someone. There was like some kind of conflict that you had with someone, and things were left like terribly unresolved. And you have to understand, for the love of God, that you need to resolve this. And you knew this. You don't need to understand this. You knew this. This was really bothering you. Whether you had a row with someone, or whether you had like oh my God, some kind of like you know, whether you had an argument with someone or whether you had a row with someone, whether you had a nasty disagreement with someone, you know, this was really bothering you. I think that you are gonna know who am I talking about here, because this affected you in so many different ways, and that person is connected to your life, and at the same time you couldn't make a certain decisions. You just couldn't make a certain decisions because of that. So this is why I'm also really excited, because that particular row with that particular person is about to be resolved, and this is so important. So some kind of a row with that particular person is actually going to be resolved. So now you will realize and you will understand which exactly steps are you going to need to make. Because remember, you couldn't carry on with some kind of plan. You couldn't carry on with some kind of planning because that was left unresolved. So this, it's like pretty much so the next couple of days in your life, you're already gonna become aware of the gradual progress, and you're already gonna know exactly what do you need to continue with. Slowly but surely it's happening, it's unfolding, but then at the same time you're also going to need realize what exactly do you need to adapt yourself to as well. And at the same time, you know, also my gorgeous Aquamarini, you're at around the midweek, you know, this is all going to lead towards you kind of finding yourself in a situation where you are going to feel like you're part of some kind of competition, but you need to understand and remember that you are not. Because if you are on the part of, if you are thinking like you're part of some kind of competition, this is really going to affect your success, and it's going to affect your progress, because this is all going to happen because you are going to be working on something really important, something that means to you so much, and then suddenly just, you know, you're going to really feel like you're part of some kind of competition, because you are going to realize that a couple of other people are doing something similar, and then this is going to surprise you, because this was something that you were meant to kind of do. And at the same time, this is going to put you in a mode like you're in some kind of competition, but you're actually not. So try to cut out these thoughts out of your mind almost immediately, because this is going to create a certain amount of negativity which is going to affect you, because it's going to put you in a mode that you shouldn't have found yourself in the first place. Just focus on yourself and focus what you're going to be doing, and you are going to be doing something, you're going to be working on something big and something important and something that you've been working on for a while, but now it's going to be very special energy which is going to elevate you, and you are going to achieve so much, and just by benefiting from that particular vibration. So this is why you need to kind of stay true to yourself, ground yourself, recenter yourself if needed. Just remember that this is all going to lead, my gorgeous Aquamarini, towards the beginning of a project and a very creative adventure. And that in itself, it's like really pretty much so going to help you so much, especially when it comes to you seeking personal closure, but also it's going to help you so much when it comes to like having this powerful completion, because this is going to lead towards a powerful completion. Wherever there is a powerful completion, there is also time for transformation. So as soon as that powerful completion comes to an end, you just need to understand it's not only about part of your life coming to an end, but it's more about what's this bringing into your life. And it's going to, of course, happen in a form of the actual idea. You are going to have a really important idea that is almost immediately going to make you feel very active and determined, and this is something that you are really experienced about, but at the same time that idea is going to bring a growth into your life. It's going to bring an important progress, you know, and that in itself, it's very important for you to not to forget and try to take it to the next level of your spiritual journey. Indeed, by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it's like, you know, this is brilliant, because, you know, it's about an important truth. It's about an important truth. The truth is always good. This truth that you're going to find out, it's most certainly, first of all, it's going to shock you, baby. It's going to shock you, baby. I have no idea what I meant, but yeah, first of all, it's going to shock you, baby. And then at the same time, that idea is going to open your eyes. It's going to bring a clarity, and that in itself is pretty much so to do with hope, and it's to do with like, you know, you're going to have it's bringing like it's bringing like a hope into your life. It's bringing such an amazing sense of purpose as well. You will realize how special you are. You will realize how amazing you are, and you will realize also that, you know, spiritually you're going through something. You will realize spiritually you're going through something. You're going through some kind of rejuvenation, and that means that you're also going to have all sorts of things on your mind when it comes to, like, you know, like a spiritual things and ideas, and maybe you're going to feel like you want to reconnect with a certain people, or you want to kind of connect with the people who think alike, you know, and you're going to start noticing people who are kind of thinking like you, but they don't look necessarily like you. Do you know what I mean? They're like completely different to you, like, but they not that that means anything, but you know what I mean. It's not that you would visually be able to tell that they think like you, if that makes sense. Yeah, so you'll be able to kind of feel this very sharp sense of belonging, especially when it comes to the certain people into your life. And now suddenly you're going to realize a couple of very, very interesting people who are going to start appearing in your life, and the connection that you have with them, they are going to bring a great deal of like realization to you in time to come. But there are two people that are going to enter your spiritual journey, not like on a kissy kissy like level. No, baby, no, not like a stranger in the night, aquamarine in the morning, not like that type of thing. I meant like the two people that are going to bring a substantial amount of knowledge with things that you are and problems that you are facing right now. And when it comes to a spiritual journey, you're really going to find yourself on the same level. So you are going to absolutely love this. But at the same time, let me just go back to you finding out this important truth. You know, this is going to open your eyes. It's going to bring so much clarity into your life, but also at the same time, it's going to make you aware of the fact that maybe you have been a little bit overcommitted as well. Maybe you have been a little bit overcommitted, which did make you like a little bit disorganized. So now this is going to really show you what exactly do you need to reprioritize, and then because you will know what was creating a lack of balance, you know. So this is why this is so important. You're also going to become aware of a really, really important collaboration, and that collaboration, that you're not only going to become aware of this, but you are going to have some kind of collaboration. Nothing huge, nothing enormous, but it's more about something that you're going to learn when that collaboration happens, you know, something that you're going to learn, you know, because you're going to become aware of like someone greedy or something like that. And what you're going to become aware of, it's more about how people can be, and how some people can be really nice and some people can be really horrible, and from some people it's just the best kind of to stay away, you know, and but it's more about, you know, you're gonna realize how greedy some people are, and that in itself, it's kind of really gonna give you a clue what to do and what not to do later on as well. And also, my gorgeous aquamarini, when it comes to the last part of this week, you know, please be very, very careful about this. It is a bit of some kind of temptation that you are going to have. At around the end of the week, you are gonna, like, this is really going to surprise you how adamant you're gonna feel completely out of the blue. You're gonna feel like you want to invest into something. You're gonna feel like you want to make an investment, and you're really going to surprise yourself. No, baby, no, you do not make this investment, okay? This is just this is not a good one, okay? This week, in fact, is not a good for investments. This is for collaborations, for talking, for sorting things out, for like kind of turning to yourself spiritually, for reconnecting with yourself, for getting that sense of balance of what we can do in this life. There is so much to do. There's so much you're gonna realize. But you know, at around the end of the week, you are gonna feel like, and this is gonna surprise you, how adamant you're gonna feel to actually kind of make some kind of investment, and you are gonna have this amazing like determination and willpower and desire to do this. But my goodness, you must not make this investment. And I don't need to tell you this, because you will know that this is not like you. It's gonna be very unlike you. Like, it's not really like you, how quick quick you're going to feel about making this investment, you know. But also something is going to be telling you at the back of your mind, like, oh my God, like, don't do it. There is something not right. This is the Aquamarini that I need you to pay attention to, the one that's telling you something is not right. So that's the best way to protect yourself. And always, always, always follow your intuition and pay attention to that voice within. Okay, my gorgeous Aquamarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.